There are two big monsters that landlords are concerned about. Number one, deadbeat tenants. Number two, rent control. And today, I'm going to share with you a service that can counter those two big monsters and perhaps even make you more money than doing a regular lease. What I'm talking about today is Airbnb. You've probably heard of it before. You may have heard good things, you may have heard bad things. But let me share with you how Airbnb, this great service, can counter those two big monsters you're probably concerned about: rent control and deadbeat tenants. Number one, they are short-term. And they're not tenants, they're guests. So if you don't like your guests, they're terrible to deal with, they're a pain in the ass, and overall, they are a deadbeat and you're glad they're not your long-term tenant on a lease. It's okay. They're gone in a week, 2 weeks. Usually they're here in town for a short term anyway, and you don't have to worry about them not paying their fee, as in their nightly rate, because it's already all paid in advance already through Airbnb. And number two, you can increase the rate because you're doing it weekly, nightly, or even as long as a month, but you can always limit how long they're staying. And if your market, it goes up in value, you can always catch up with the increase without having to worry about rent control holding you back and maximizing your rental profits and income. Plus, the next best thing is you get to earn more income. On average, typically Airbnb owners, they're getting about 1.5 to 2 times the market rent. If they were to do it a long-term lease versus Airbnb, they're making about 2 times more than the market rent for a lease. And it was only about a month ago, a little bit over a month ago, that I closed a deal for one of my clients for an Airbnb property. And they are super happy with it. They've been fully booked. And yes, they do have to do a little bit of cleaning and buying furniture, appliances. But for the cleaning, you could charge a cleaning fee already during the Airbnb booking, and that covers it. Plus a little bit of dishware, appliances, and furniture. It's very bare minimum. You don't have to go ahead and go all out luxury, high-end furniture. In fact, you can get a basic couch like this. In fact, this couch right here has a pull-out bed, and that'd be great for Airbnb. You can say sleeps another person right here, or 2 people right here actually. So it's actually a small inconvenience to earn more income and to battle the rent control monster and deadbeat tenants. So of course, in life, you want a little more, you have to put in a little more. And of course, with all good things out there are haters. And what I mean by haters is this: you're gonna have corporations like hotels saying no to Airbnb and municipalities making it more difficult for you to have your Airbnb. They may outright ban it or say you have to live on the property in order for you to Airbnb it. But at the end of the day, people still break the rules and they're still doing it. But you're not like that, right? You are a law-abiding citizen, so you're not gonna do that. But one thing you can do is see where they do allow it, and if it's a short drive, maybe 15 minutes, even 30 minutes to hot spots like downtown, Disneyland, then it would still be a good location to do Airbnb. And here's the reason: because people are coming from out of town, and when you're coming from out of town, they have the whole day free, sometimes 30 minutes to reach a destination. It's not a long time for them, and they would still consider it nearby. So Disneyland may not allow Airbnb in Anaheim, but you can go to a city nearby, even Santa Ana or Tustin, Yorba Linda, and people still would consider it close to Disneyland. So that's my nugget for you. I hope you're able to see how Airbnb can definitely counter that big monster, rent control, and deadbeat tenants. And you may have more questions about what I talked about today, this little nugget I shared with you, to slay those two big monsters. So feel free to reach out. We can sit down and have a strategy session. Hey, you know what? We can also take a look at your return on equity on your current investment properties, or we can take a look at where you can go to get higher appreciation or a higher return on your investment. Feel free to reach out anytime. You know how to get a hold of me.